Okay, so today we're going to be talking about rational exponents. Now, we know what rational numbers are. Rational number, real, rational, irrational. What are rational numbers? Mr. Billings?
Rational numbers are numbers that can be expressed as a ratio.
As a ratio, like a fraction, right? That's exactly right. So I want you to think of these as being fractional exponents. So far we've only had integer exponents, and we've had to deal with those. So today I want to talk about fractional exponents, and guess what? You've already been doing it, you just didn't realize it. So for example, what would you do on this problem, cube root of a to the 6th? Cube root of a to the 6th, Mr. Bruni?
So you divide 6 by 3.
You divide 6 by 3, so you're telling me you take it like this, 6 divided by 3 to get 2. Okay, you see how this is a ratio, that's a fraction? So you already have been doing that. Do you notice that the denominator is just your index? So the denominator of the fractions are the roots, and they're telling you what type of root to take. Take a cube root. Okay, so our proper definition of this is the nth root of a to the m is just a to the n over n. So you divide by your index, whatever is inside. So that being said, we can deal with some numbers and we can do some really neat things with them. So for this instance on this one, this is 36 to the 1/2. The 1 doesn't really need to do anything, but the half, the 2, that means an index of 2. This is a what type of root? A square root. That's literally what it's asking. What's the square root of 36? 6. Boom, there's your answer. Write it down. And that's it. Not too bad, is it? Okay, now, this one says opposite of 36 to the 1/2. What's opposite of the square root of 36?
-6.
-6. Very good. Now, this time I put the negative in the exponent. What does a negative exponent do for us?
Flip it to the denominator.
Correct. So this is in the numerator. We're going to flip it to the denominator. Excellent. So we're still going to do the square root of 36, which is
6.
but we're going to put that 6 in the denominator. Very nice. So 1 over 6. Okay, number 4. Really the same thing, just getting lots of little practice. This says opposite of 36 to the negative 1/2. So opposite of 1/6 is? Very good. Okay, number 5. Different number inside. -4. What type of root is that? Square. I don't have to do anything with this right now. Square root. What's the square root of -4? Square root of -4. 2i. Thank you. Okay, bumping it up now. What type of root am I asking for on this one? Cube root of -216. Can we have a negative on the inside? Absolutely. Negative times a negative times a negative is a?
Negative.
Very good. So that's possible. Negative what?
6.
Very good. Now what if I had put a negative on the outside right there? How would that change the problem? Mr. Billings?
It would be +6 because the negatives would cancel out.
Well said. Okay, number 7. Lots of things going on in this problem. We have the opposite of 1 over 1,000 to the negative 1/3. Let's worry about the opposite at the very end. What type of root am I asking you to take? Cube root. And since this is a negative, after we get our answer, we're going to flip it. Okay, so I'm going to get it ready to go to flip. So this is asking the cube root of 1 is just 1. That goes in the bottom this time. In fact, do I even need to put a 1 in the bottom? Nope, I don't. Okay, how about the cube root of 1,000? 10, very good. And then we're going to put the negative back on. So -10 over 1 or just -10. Okay. All right, speed round. 5th root of 1, go!
1.
Oh, you're too quick. All right, number 9, we're starting to change things up a little bit. This is 9 to the 3/2. How is that different from what we've been doing?
The numerator is 3.
The numerator is 3, so we got to do something with it now, right? What does that mean? If I had covered this up, what would you read that as? 9? Okay, 9 cubed. We're going to do the same thing, except first, we are going to take the square root, get that answer, and then we are going to cube it. I always like saying that together, cube it. Okay, here we go. Ready? Square root of 9. 3 cubed.
27.
Perfect. Do you notice how I didn't even write down that middle step of 3 cubed? I don't want you to either. I want you to just be thinking about this and going there. And that's why we went through all those exponents. You ready for the next one? Okay, let's think about this a little bit before. Our final answer should be where? In the denominator. Okay, can we take the cube root of a negative number? Yes, we can. It will come out as a negative. Very good. Okay, so let's think about what it's going to be, and then we'll put that into the bottom. So covering this up. Cube root of negative 64. Negative 4. Now think about this very carefully. Negative 4, all of it is squared.
16.
Yes, positive 16. So it's 1 over positive 16, and it's not negative anymore. Okay, now, what if I had changed this 2 to a 5? Now would your final answer be positive or negative?
Negative.
It would be negative. And what is, we know the cube root of negative 64 is negative 4. What is 4 to the 5th? 1024. Nicely done. So it would be negative 1 over 1024. Okay. So because it was even, it came out positive. If it was odd, it would come out negative. All right. Head start on number 11. It says opposite of 81 to the 3/4. Go. Okay, so I gave one more problem.